From the beautiful city of Los Angeles, California, we bring you the Gimme Three podcast.
Welcome back, cinephiles, cinema lovers, and movie appreciators to the Gimme Three podcast, a series for cinephiles. This is the show where we pick three movies connected by one theme. I'm your co-host, Bella Estratis. Today, I'm reunited with my esteemed co-host, Nicholas Ibarra. Nick, how are you doing? We were just talking. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Several listeners have been contacting us asking if Bella has quit the podcast because of my shenanigans and tearing down the Princess Diaries. Many people were concerned that my aggression towards that film forced Bella to leave the show. Thankfully, that is not the case.
It just took very lengthy handwritten apology letter from me.
I had to put in work. I had to clean her bathroom for 4 weeks, and
next week is the kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah. It'll all even out.
It will.
No, I could never. You know what? We won't go back to that because that was a low for me. You know what? It's good though. This is what the podcast does. It makes you reassess your taste in film. No, but it's been a while. It's so nice to be back, and I'm here on the show with you.
Happy to have you back.
Thank you. Yes. And also today we have another beloved returning guest, the incredible writer and filmmaker, Jessica McLaughlin. Welcome back, Jess. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I was trying so hard not to laugh during that opening segment because I was like, oh wait, am I a secret? And then it got really like awkward, the awkward amount of time. I was like, well, it's halfway through. I can't start laughing now. So hi.
Just been waiting in the wings. Sorry.
Glad to be here.
Yes. Glad to have you back, Jess.
Absolutely.
And as you do follow the rules, only speak when spoken to.
I am a good little follower. Yeah. I'm just, I don't want to mess anything up.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. It's our show. Shit.
Oh my god. It's like we're holding a gun to her head to be here.
It's like what people can't see is we're all in the same room.
Yeah.
And there's lots of physical intimidation the whole time.
Right. And Jess is not getting paid for this. In fact, Sonja is going through her purse as we speak, just searching for loose change.
I get paid in exposure bucks.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we're very excited to all be here. Lots of laughter from the get-go. We're talking about some comedies today, so that's very, very fitting. But before I get started, it's Pride Month, baby. And we are just getting started with the celebrations. Hell yeah. Last week, we actually re-released one of my personal favorite episodes because we talk about one of my favorite films of all time in episode 23, Queer Love Stories Part 1. We talked about Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Moonlight, Brokeback Mountain, 3 staples of queer cinema, all 10 out of 10 must-watch films. And I just want to say, while you're at it, if you're craving more, you should also go revisit Part 2, which features 3 truly underrated queer cinematic masterpieces, including Silver Lake Life, The View from Here, Saving Face, and Show Me Love, also known as Fucking 'Em All, which Nick introduced to me, I think, was it last year, 2 years ago? And I've been obsessed with it ever since. So today we're just building out this watch list, and we're diving into 3 outstanding queer comedies that really truly put queer joy right at the forefront. These films celebrate queer identity, relationships, family, and culture, no matter the obstacle, whether it's a Technicolor anti-gay conversion therapy camp, or right-wing conservative future in-laws, or even a top-secret spy agency from the American government. These 3 films prove that love is going to win every fucking time. And they're just such a great time. I really, truly can't wait to dive in. So is there anything you guys want to touch on before I pass it to y'all and we get started?
With the exception of the Birdcage. It actually took me a while to see the Birdcage, but 2 of the films that we're going to discuss today, the other 2, are like movies that I would watch on repeat on Logo when I was in high school.
Logo. Forgot about Logo.
Yes. Home of the original, like, first season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Like, was all stuff that I was, like, watching when I was in high school. And they just always had on 2 of the films that we're going to be discussing today. So, like, these are just part of my core fabric. And so I'm very excited to discuss the actual, like, you know, really large scale impact. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. The impact that they had on me, like, as a human being.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. It's gay is the theme, and it's just because we wanted to do an episode that highlighted queer joy and queer happy endings. Spoiler alert. Just because I feel like we could all use some happy endings right now. So I said, why not? Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time at the movies this week.
All right. Well, without further ado, Nick, do you want to take us away with our first film of the day?
Yeah, we're going to start with 1996's The Birdcage, directed by Mike Nichols, written by Elaine May. So you got some legends already at the forefront here. It's based on the 1978 Italian film La Cage aux Folles. Did I pronounce that right? Who knows? Who cares? That film itself was based on a play. So lots of adaptations we got going here. The film stars an insane cast. You've got Robin Williams. You've got Nathan Lane, Gene Hackman, Diane West, Hank Azaria, Callista Flockhart, and Dan Futterman. So an absolute all-star cast. And Robin Williams and Nathan Lane play Armand and Albert Goldman, a gay couple living in Miami Beach. They run and operate a drag club called The Birdcage. And Armand is the director and kind of the businessman, it seems like. Albert is Starina. He plays Starina, the star of this drag show. And like at any drag queen, if you know any or have worked with any, you know Albert is diva when we meet her. She is in absolute hysterics about performing. She's concerned with her appearance and her weight and concerned about Armand's love for her. Albert thinks, in fact, that Armand is cheating on him.
Are you trying to ruin me? Don't look at me. I'm hideous. Hideous, fat and hideous. Oh, Agador, I'm in such pain.
I know, honey. It's gonna pass.
Oh, no, it'll never pass. I hate my life. Oh, there is a packed house out there. That's all I am to you, isn't it? A meal ticket. I can't stand. Never mind about my feelings. Never mind about my suffering. It's just about your show. Not even our show, your show. Well, I want a palimony agreement, and I want one now.
Well, I don't have a palimony agreement on me right now. Is tomorrow all right?
Don't use that tone to me.
What tone?
That sarcastic, contemptuous tone that means you know everything because you're a man, and I know nothing because I'm a woman.
You're not a woman.
Oh, you bastard.
So the scene is so overly dramatic and wildly hilarious, but we also get the sense that this is like not the first time an incident like this has happened. It might even happen nightly, it seems like. But Albert is onto something, in fact, because he realizes that there's white wine in the fridge, and neither Albert or Armand drink white wine. Who does drink white wine? Their son, Val, a mere 20-year-old who has come over to tell Armand that he's getting married. And not just married, he's getting married to Barbara Keeley, daughter of Kevin Keeley, who's played by Gene Hackman. who happens to be one of the most conservative senators in this very conservative nation. So there is absolutely no way that Kevin Keeley is going to approve of this marriage should he find out that Val was raised by a gay couple, by two men. So a reluctant Armand and a piece of crap son, Kevin, they find just a plethora of ways to try and hide this fact as the Keeley family is making this trek over to Miami Beach for a dinner party to meet the future in-laws. They got to get rid of all the gay shit around the house, which is pretty much everything in the house. They got pretty much floor to ceiling. They have to do a redress. And then at first they're going to try and send the flamboyant Albert away and get in touch with Val's birth mother. And, that ends up going astray. And then they think that maybe Albert can pass as an uncle. So they try and butch him up by giving him some lessons on manhood. That goes hilariously bad. And, there's just a myriad of potential solutions come up before Albert takes it upon himself to do what he does best, or she does best, and that's drag it up, baby. He dresses himself as a conservative housewife and plays Val's mother. The Keeleys themselves are nervous because this super conservative senator is mixed up in some wild and salacious scandal. So, it's very, very apt that he's so judgmental when he is, mixed in this absolutely salacious nonsense. The menu of the party consists of 6 very uptight individuals, all with something to hide and all with an agenda to meet. And as you can imagine, with the actors involved, hilarity ensues. It's the Birdcage. It's Mike Nichols. What can you say? It's a classic. What do you guys think of the Birdcage?
I love this movie. But Jess, you had said that this was the first time watch for you?
No, it was just a later in life watch.
Oh, I see. Yes.
No, I've seen this. My partner and I, we relate to Albert and Armand. And I'm Armand, so I'm Robin Williams. And my partner is Nathan Lane. And every time we watch it, we're just like, something will happen and we just look at each other. Because we're just like, what? No, that's not us. Especially the scene with the Albert's trying to learn how to be like more butch.
Yeah.
And they're doing like this the spreading the mustard on the toast.
You're a great performer. I'm a great director. Together we can do almost anything.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We've got 5 hours. All right, first, get your pinky down. It's up again. All right, and your posture.
Oh, my God! Are you crazy? What are you doing?
Stop screaming. I'm teaching you to act like a man. All right. Now, this is a dinner party. Let's work with food. All right? Spread some mustard on the toast. Don't use the spoon, and don't dribble little dots of mustard.
No?
No. You take your knife, and you smear. Men smear.
Smear.
That's it.
Yeah.
Get the goddamn pinky down. All right, make your fingers like iron, all right? Yeah, and stop trembling. Hold the knife boldly and with strength.
How can I pierce the toast?
So what?
The important thing to remember is not to go to pieces when that happens.
You have to react like a man. Calmly. You have to say to yourself, Albert, you pierced the toast. So what? It's not the end of your life. Try another one.
Albert, you pierced the toast. So what? You're right. There's no need to get hysterical. All I have to remember is I can always get more toast.
That's the spirit.
And that's very me coded. I'm a schmear kind of person. And but Albert's doing these little dibby dabs.
Yeah. Get the goddamn pinky down.
Yes, exactly. Yes, so it was a later in life, but I can't remember exactly when I saw it. I was probably had to be in my mid to late 20s. And it was one of those movies that when I saw it, I was like, how did it take me so long to watch this movie? Because it really is, it's like what Nick was saying. It's so many top tier artists, both in front of and behind the camera, working at like a amazing level. Like, yes. it's just such a good piece of art. I have a lot of thoughts about it. But Bella, what are you said you love this movie. Has this been like a favorite for a long time?
I also found it kind of later in life, but I think I watched it around the same time I watched one of the other movies we're talking about today, but I'm a Cheerleader, because they're always at the top of the like best comedies or queer comedies lists. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was so fun to revisit it. I hadn't seen it in probably 5 or 6 years, honestly. And I had forgotten how late the actual dinner scene is in the film, because it's so memorable and just so unforgettable, just so iconic. But I really appreciated, kind of revisiting all the build up and just how fully fleshed out these characters are up until that point, because that's what makes it really hit. So this is a movie that it almost gets better and better with every watch, I realized.
Yeah, it is incredibly rewatchable. I know, because I've seen it 50 times. One of those movies that's every time it's on cable, or HBO or something, it's I put it on and it's all right, I'm stuck. I'm sat, as the kids say, and I can't look away. But yeah, Jess, as you were talking about, just the amount of talent that's on the screen, both from the performers that are involved, Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, Gene Hackman, Hank Azaria in this movie, who plays, Guatemalan houseboy.
Agador Spartacus.
Agador Spartacus. He is so funny.
He's hysterical.
So good.
He is one of my favorite characters ever to grace the screen. It's just wild, his performance, how funny it is, and so many one-liners, and and it's just such a physical performance also, with him falling down. It's so slapstick, but it also feels so grounded, and
yes.
I don't
know. I agree. It's surprisingly, it's oh, I've met this person before.
Yeah. Right.
And I love them.
The performers are great, of course, but the production design is just so, their apartment before they have to make it over is so rich and so vibrant and lovely and filled with all this art, and it's just just feels oh my God, this is the kind of gay uncles you'd want in life. You'd like to go spend a weekend at their house. It'd just be what do they got on that bookshelf? Teach me about this art and that art. And then, the remodel to what that apartment becomes. Stark concrete walls,
yes.
Giant crucifix. It's just such a contrast, and it's so it's handled so wonderfully and so comedically.
And the costumes.
Oh,
I want all of Robin Williams' clothes. He looks like the gay community today. His style is there's guys that you will see walking around LA that look like what Robin Williams would be wearing.
Oh my God, yeah. He looks so good in this.
He does. He looks beautiful. The one thing I was remarking to my partner about, there was a lack of physical intimacy in this movie that hit me this time when I was watching, where there's and I think it was on both sides. You had it on the straight couple and the gay couple as well. But there was, for these people who were life partners and maybe not madly in love, but long-term in love. We don't, there wasn't a lot of physical intimacy, which I think would have just been nice. A peck.
Yeah, that's so
peck.
true.
There was lots of hand holding, which was nice. I mean, you still bought the relationship, but comparatively to the other movies we're going to discuss, there's much more physical intimacy that we see.
Well, there was something that I found in one of the other films that we're going to talk about later that I that is kind of related to this also.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie and that movie are both studio movies, which came out in the 90s and early 2000s. And my guess is that was a studio note or something. you know,
Probably.
because-
Yeah.
Yeah, there is like a lot of, for 1996, talk about lifelong partnership and essentially marriage. They don't say it, but like
Mhm.
domestic partnership and all this kind of stuff, which was like not really, obviously it was around and like very prevalent, but and independent films and independent cinema was talking about it, and European cinema and stuff like that. But for big budget American films, this was kind of a groundbreaker.
Yeah, and it was also like in watching it this time, I was, trying to think about like one of the things that like makes, what are the things that make this film feel so special in a lot of queer cinema? And I think it is the fact that like at no point are we told that like, I don't know, how I'm trying to think about how to phrase it. It's like the problem is never the queer people. Like the problem is the straight people.
Right.
And it's like these straight expectations. And it's showing like the joy and the family of like the queer community. Like Val at one point says that he's the only person in his fraternity who doesn't come from a broken home. And it's like he sees his home as Albert and Armand. And it's just like you're seeing these characters who are successful, who are happy for the most part, who are in love, and they are used as the foil to, the straight American conservative, values couple that's objectively miserable.
Right.
And obviously going through shit.
Yeah.
So like, so it's a very, like, I think for the time, and I mean, even if like a movie came out like this today, I think it would still feel revolutionary and kind of like transgressive, where it's just like, the gay people are not the problem. They're the solution.
Yes.
What's fascinating is at the time that this came out, this is a kind of an offensive sentence to read right now, but I'm going to read it anyway.
I'm bracing myself.
18.3 million, highest weekend opening gross with an openly gay character in the lead until Bruno.
The fuck? What?
Yep. And still, to this day, it's number 2 highest grossing opening. Oh, not opening weekend. Sorry. But second highest grossing American film featuring gay lead characters. Still to this day. This movie came out 30 years ago. Number 1 is Bohemian Rhapsody, a film that completely underplayed, Freddie Mercury's homosexuality. So don't really count that. And number 3, Interview with the Vampire. Again, as we have talked with you ladies on this show, they also underplay that.
Yeah.
So, for as by today's standards, we watch this movie and we're like, could have been gayer. A little intimacy would have been good, or made it feel a little bit more real. But sadly, this is still like as successful as a queer film has been in this country.
I know, I'm just sad. It's just,
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it down. Gay is gay. Gay is gay.
Well, yeah, no, like I definitely think that, historical glasses, we put them on the hindsight is 2020 kind of deal, where it's like we look and we're like, oh yeah, it could have been this, it could have been that. But I mean, it really does feel like even in some of the, like, especially in the second film we're going to talk about today, the fact that like the gayness, like, it's not explicitly the problem, in terms of just like, it's just the expectations of society are the problem
Right.
in this movie. And like really the hijinks and everything that happens, like when things get worse and worse and worse, it's when people aren't being true to themselves and aren't like, it's like the jokes are never at the expense of the queer people. And, you know, the queer people are the ones that are like making things funny just because they're trying to be so opposite of who they are. Totally. And like when things start going right, it's when people start embracing themselves. You know, like when the dinner party starts going fantastically, it's when Albert shows up doing the thing that Albert does best, like Nick was saying, and is like and like woos the senator, and like the senator is like head over heels
right
for Albert, you know, as the mother being like, he, you know, that man doesn't appreciate her. She is a gem. Like, you know, he's like obsessed.
So good.
It's so good. And like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It really, this movie just makes you feel so good in terms of its treatment of its, you know, its characters. And I think it is pretty ahead of its time in a lot of ways, like Nick was saying.
I think so, yeah. And even like going to what you were saying on Albert doing what he does best, one thing I love about that scene too is how when she's in character like that, she's also like subverting the humor in that she's being like twice, if not 3 times more conservative than him. Like she's so in character, she's doing like a comedy show is what I mean to say.
Yeah, totally.
And it's so brilliant because he's falling in love with her for it, of course. And everyone else is like even Val and Robin Williams here, Armand are like sometimes apologizing on his behalf. And Gene Hackman's character is like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's perfect.
Right.
She's a genius. Like, what are you doing? Her solution to abortion just being like, let's just kill the mothers.
Kill the
and you're
mothers.
like, what the fuck?
It's like a satirizing, you know?
Yes, exactly.
That's the word. Yes.
It's like to the nth degree.
Right.
Yes.
And obviously, you know, everybody talks about how awful the son is, which, you know, of course he is. If this were real life, you know, like that would be a really terrible son. But it's necessary in the film for the son to be a piece of crap. But when he sees the error of his ways and that final speech he gives about, you know, like, I do have a mother, and he pulls the wig off of Albert.
Sorry to take so long, but Barbara wanted to see. What is she doing here?
Let me explain.
Yes, please do. Explain it to all of us. I don't want to embarrass this lovely lady, but exactly how many mothers does your son have?
What?
Well, this woman has just introduced herself as Val's mother. How many mothers does Val have?
Just one. This is my mother. My father owns a nightclub downstairs. My mother is the star.
What?
We lied to you. Barbara and I and everybody lied for us. These are my parents.
This is my wife. And this is the lady who had Val.
It's nice to meet you, Catherine.
Very nice, Val. You've done a good job.
Thank you. We're very proud of him.
I don't understand.
Barbara, the nightclub downstairs, he owns it?
Mm-hmm.
You mean he's not a cultural attaché?
No, and he isn't married to a housewife, and their name isn't Coleman, it's Goldman. They're Jewish.
I don't understand.
He's a man. They're both men.
It can't be. You can't be Jewish.
No, Kevin. This is a man.
What?
Don't you understand? They're gay. They own the drag club downstairs. They're 2 men.
And you see, like, you know, Albert's heart flutter. It's just like, oh man, that's just a really beautiful, beautiful moment and a beautiful end to the film. So,
oh yeah.
Also, the day is saved by drag. I mean,
the day is saved by drag.
You can't beat that. Where, you know, it's like, yeah, all this stuff happens, but like the thing that brings everybody together is everyone is in drag at this club, and that's like what saves the day and lets them get past the paparazzi. Like,
Right.
And also just like, I just love Gene Hackman just being like, what? I don't want to dance alone. I don't want to be one of the only girls not dancing.
Right.
And it's like, because it's a human reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
And
leave
he's
me.
like,
Don't leave me.
oh my God.
I love the full circle moment too. I mean, the opening credits are, in my opinion, some of the best of all time.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of the opening shot of The Lost Boys.
Oh yes.
Which
yes,
is so funny because it like comes in over the ocean and then you're like moving through the club and you see all the like queens on the stage just popping off and you get to like see Armand running that shit. I mean, it's just such a great setup for everything. And they're saying we are family. Like from the get-go, you're like, oh, I'm going to have the best time watching this movie.
Yes. It's a great bookend.
Bella, that opening shot that you mentioned is actually my favorite shot of the film because it's so epic.
Oh,
But it also is a perfect segue into my Gimme Three pieces of trivia for the Birdcage.
I want to play a game.
And I'm going to start by talking about that opening shot, that 2-minute opening sequence, which looks like one continuous, copter shot turned into Steadicam shot. I watch it, I was like, how in the hell do they pull off that shot? And it comes, as you mentioned, it's coming over the ocean. And then like in the distance, you start to see like what just looks like a pride flag. It's like a rainbow colors, and it comes in on the buildings as they're all lit up, these different colors of the rainbow. It's really quite striking. But anyways, the 2-minute continuous shot is in fact a sequence that is 3 separate shots seamlessly combined through the magic of dissolves, matting, and morphing. So I'm going to talk about what those 3 shots are. Wow. Shot 1 began in a helicopter over the Atlantic and ended over a street in Miami's South Beach where the club was located. Shot 2 began on a crane simulating a chopper where the Steadicam operator was gradually lowered to ground level before stepping off of the crane. Then he traversed through the street and proceeded through the club's front door. And then shot 3 was executed on a studio sound stage where they had built the interior of this club. And the Steadicam operator began just outside the club exterior, went inside to the shot's conclusion. And according to the cinematographer, Emmanuel Levesque, the most difficult aspect of this process was matching the speed of the crane with that of a helicopter. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Amazing. And it's totally worth it because we talked about it's just a striking way to open the film. Piece of trivia number 2, we talked about our love for Hank Azaria and what a wonderful character he is. He was also very dedicated to this film and working real hard and wanted to do his best. On his 30th birthday, which, by the way, Hank Azaria was 30 when he made this film. God, I'm old. It was his 30th birthday. Hank Azaria had worked on Heat, the film Heat, until 6 a.m. and then headed straight from Heat to this movie.
Wow.
And then when Mike Nichols found out that it was his birthday and he had been working for like 18, 20 hours straight, he was like, go home, bro. Get out of here.
Your gift is a nap. Like, go get some sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then piece of trivia number 3, and this one is a little personal, which is one of the queens that is on the stage in that opening shot, and she pops up a few more times in the middle when they're redecorating the house, and at the end of the film, it's the blonde drag queen. Is a personal friend of mine. I worked with her in Rocky Horror Picture Show. She was one of the better, if not the best, Columbia I ever worked with.
Oh, wow.
Scott Koski is the name of this incredible female impersonator, he would always tell me. And incredibly talented person, absolutely floored by the dancing skills and everything that he showed me. And I do remember that one time he had started a Rocky cast after I'd been doing it for a while. And it was shortly after Michael Jackson passed away. And so the cast was going to have me do, a Michael Jackson pre-show because they know I'd, done some Michael Jackson, impersonations in the past and stuff. And I will never forget that I showed up to this show and Scott was so pissed at me because I did not bring makeup. And he and he was like, what do you mean you're not going to wear makeup? I was like, I just have never worn makeup for MJ. Like I'd wore makeup for the Rocky stuff, but I was playing the criminologist that night, so I didn't feel like I needed to bring makeup. And he gave me a stern talking to about the importance of makeup on stage. So, Scott, I love you. I have never graced a stage without makeup since. So yeah, there you go. That's a piece of trivia number 3.
Yay!
That is
I
so
loved all of
awesome.
that.
Yeah, that is amazing.
I never knew that you did MJ, Nick.
Not well, and not to write home about,
I just, you peel back the layers on Nick Ibarra and just like, I just am never not impressed.
It's true.
Yeah. So glad somebody is.
I was going to say, like, Nick's response was like, womp womp.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
All right, the one more thing I want to talk about before we depart this film, unless you ladies have any other final thoughts, is Nathan Lane, who is just out of this world, so hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Was not a household name to the average American film goer at the time that this film came out. He was obviously an accomplished theater actor, of course. So if you lived in New York, chances are you knew who he was. He had done character work in films. He did voice work. Obviously, he's did voice in The Lion King and stuff. But this film really elevated his status as an actor, both on stage and on screen. And it almost didn't happen. Because Mike Nichols really wanted Nathan Lane for this film. But initially, Nathan Lane, who is obviously thrilled to get the offer and wanted to do it, but he had to turn it down because he was scheduled to do a play. A funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, which was going to be produced by Scott Rudin. And it was just going to happen while they were going to go into production. So he had to turn it down. And Mike Nichols was kind of heartbroken, and he was going through, a few more weeks and months of auditions and trying people and doing all these screen tests, and it just wasn't working out. So he called Nathan Lane again and was like, Nathan, I'm seeing other people and I really think you're the person, And Nathan Lane was like, well, if you talk to Scott Rudin, maybe you can convince him to let me do this because I can't do that. I want to do the movie, but I am committed to this thing. You are the one person who might be able to make this happen. And so that call was made. Scott Rudin called Nathan Lane and was like, yo, do you really want to do this movie? Because if you do, I'll let you do it. But what it's going to mean is it's going to mean that I'm going to delay this play a year.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, I really want to do the film. So they delayed the play a year, which, of course, ended up working out for everybody because by the time the Forum hit the stage, the Birdcage had already come out. It was a smash hit. Everybody loved it. Nathan Lane's star had risen, and thus the play was far more successful because of it as well. So,
that's fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Timing, people.
Timing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just timing,
Yeah.
It's a great film.
Great film.
Good pick, everybody.
Good pick.
Yes.
Good pick. The Birdcage. Check it out. It's available on Canopy, I believe. It also pops up frequently at theaters around Pride Month, so check your repertory theaters if they're playing it. It could be popping up at a repertory theater near you.
Introducing Jamie Babbitt's 1999 queer comedy, But I'm a Cheerleader. Like all cult classic or origin stories, the film was a box office flop and slammed by industry critics. Even in 1999, the film was simply too ahead of its time. But fortunately, it slowly but surely has achieved a cult classic status. And honestly, how could it not, with its vibrant and brilliantly campy visual aesthetic, biting, timeless satire, and a phenomenal cast featuring truly undeniable chemistry between Natasha Lyonne and Clea Duvall. So Lyonne stars as a quintessential Christian suburbia high school senior named Megan, whose love for her football quarterback boyfriend is nothing in comparison to her love for cheerleading. But Megan's world is suddenly flipped upside down when she's sent to an anti-gay conversion therapy camp called True Directions, which is all pretty confusing for Megan because she's not a lesbian, just a cheerleader. She's introduced to all the residents and quickly discovers that nearly everyone seems to be buying into the program. That is everyone but a young woman named Graham, played by Duvall. Graham sarcastically moves through the program, clocking it at every turn for the utter bullshit and hatred it preaches. Aside from turning these kids straight, the other MO of the program is to instill gender-conforming concepts and skills, so the girls are separated and taught child-rearing, cooking, cleaning, and more womanly duties, and the boys are taught how to fix cars and chop wood. You know, very manly stuff. The brilliant irony of this film, though, is that in the midst of all the hateful, anti-gay, and strict gender-conforming lessons, Megan finds herself exploring her sexuality and identity. As a relationship with Graham begins to blossom, Megan learns to accept and love herself for who she really is. But when their relationship is discovered by the monstrous program leader, Mary Brown, Megan and Graham's relationship is ultimately put to the test. Megan has chosen Graham, regardless of the consequences, but will Graham choose Megan? You'll have to wait and see. It's a hilarious, campy little queer rom-com for the ages, and I honestly feel like this movie just ages like fine wine. I'm so excited to hear your thoughts on this movie. I remember watching this one for the first time, and it's so fun in preparing for this episode. I loved reading all the stories of people's experience watching it for the first time, because I think it kind of is just an unforgettable movie. Like, at least for me at the time that I watched it, I hadn't really seen anything like it. Like, I'd seen Moonlight, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, or, you know, all those movies we talked about in our previous episodes. And those were kind of like, I had only really seen some of the more, I guess, tragic or dark portrayals of queerness on screen. So to see something so joyous and subversive and bold and hilarious was a genuine game changer for me. But what was it like for you guys to watch this film for the first time? Or how was it revisiting it for this episode?
Way back in the yesteryears, where there was a little Jessica. Now, I'll be normal. I don't know why. I don't know why I started
I was really into that.
It was the silence for me. I was like, "Is this landing?" And then I just couldn't commit. And then I just got flustered. No, I really can't remember the first time I saw this movie, because I know it was definitely in high school. When in high school, I have no idea. This was definitely one of the ones that I caught on Logo. When I was in high school, like the two channels I was always watching, well, three, because I was watching HBO when I shouldn't have been. I was watching
Real Sex. You remember that show?
Yeah, I was also watching like The Bunny Ranch. I was watching like Taxi Cab Confessions.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching, what's the prison one?
Fuck.
Oz,
yeah.
And that was, man,
that's something.
That was a lot. I was watching it, and that was when I was like, I don't think I should be watching this. But then I was also watching G4, original Ninja Warrior from Japan, and video game stuff, even though I wasn't playing video games. And then, of course, Logo. Just watching like Big Gay Sketch Show. Shout out to original Kate McKinnon on that show. Mm-hmm. and how she got her start. But yeah, like I was watching lots and lots of queer content on there, but you know, like I wasn't super gay, guys. Okay? I just thought gay people were cool. I just really thought they were really cool and like wanted to, I mean, I knew I was bisexual, but like, you know, it like I went through phases of accepting and denying. But I loved But I'm a Cheerleader forever. As soon as I watched it, like a true queer person, I went and found the soundtrack and downloaded it like immediately from a file sharing service that will not be named. You won't get me, okay? I've made it this far.
Everybody wrecked their parents' computers with
exactly. As soon as I watched it, immediately went, downloaded it, listened to it all the time. You know, I still know like all the names of the songs and bands, and you know, it became so much a part of like I just like made it my personality, but like nobody else was watching it, and so I just felt like I had no one else to really talk to about it, and I just like it kind of faded into the background a little bit until I got older and I found other people who really loved it. But yeah, no, I feel like a lot of my personality and also like my aesthetic taste really came from this movie in some ways, or resonated with this movie, because, you know, my own personal, like the things I like to watch but also create are very kind of stylistic. You know, it's not as much adherence to the cult of realism, but it's like pushing these boundaries of like satire and looking at things just in a more like hyperbolic sense than if we had watched this movie and it was like a realistically depicted gay conversion camp. It would have been really sad.
That would have been dark, real dark.
Very depressing.
Yeah, very different movie.
Very different movie. And so the way that it's treated, I think it highlights the absurdity in such a really effective way, while also like delivering it in this like saccharine package that makes it easier to digest and like understand the humanity of these people in this situation, and just the outright ridiculousness of like what is going on.
Yeah, I think that's something that both this film and the Birdcage have in common, is they kind of like, you just have to make fun of these people who are so judgmental and so in their heads of like, this is the way to do it and this is the way to be, and it's just like, it's so twisted that you like choosing to laugh at it is a more fun way of like getting back at them, you know.
Yeah,
like it's so stylish, you know, this movie.
Yes, beautiful.
It's beautiful. Like, you know, the production design, the colors and all that stuff is really fun to look at, but it's just, I mean, there's so much. Like there's a split diopter shot where Natasha Lyonne is like on the phone with her parents, and then you see
Mary
in the back, who's played by Kathy Moriarty, and it's just a split diopter shot. I love a split diopter, and it is a gorgeous shot. It's just really beautifully made, this movie, but all of it leans into the style of kind of absurd comedy also. So it's not easy to like balance the two of those, but the filmmaker does it seemingly with ease.
It's so true. Like even in just those two things you pinpointed, like the comedy is always there. Like in the diopter shot, I love that Mary is like in bed playing on her guitar.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just like, who is this sick woman?
Yeah.
Like, who is this person? How did we get here? She's totally just like snooping, listening to Megan's conversation. But it's a gorgeous shot.
It's a gorgeous shot. What I guess I should explain for our audience who doesn't know what a split diopter shot is. It's like where somebody is in the foreground, really close to the lens. So in this case, Natasha Lyonne's character is really close to the lens. She's on the phone and she takes up basically half of the frame. Behind her is Mary playing the guitar, and she's kind of like deep in the background. And most of the time if you want both of those subjects to be in focus, you're going to have a very wide shot. But what a split diopter does is it allows somebody to be really far in the background on one half of the frame and be in focus. And then on the other half of the frame, somebody be really close to the lens in the foreground and also be in focus. Did I explain that? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was perfect.
Okay. There you go. For those who didn't know.
I also think that, like, you know, shifting back towards the characters of, you know, these people who are running the asylum, for lack of better words, one of the things that makes it funny is, like, I think if they had these, you know, authority figures just be, I don't know, like the Keeleys from the Birdcage, it wouldn't have been as funny, or like the like hypocrisy of it wouldn't have been as highlighted, because what they chose, you know, what Jamie Babbitt chose to do was have like all of these people who are running this place are obviously gay.
Yes.
Right.
And they're just all like fighting it themselves.
Yeah.
And choosing not to like recognize these repressed parts of themselves. You have it like less so with Mary, but like also you have like scenes with Mary like describing a woman's body in like luxurious detail. And you're just like, are you okay, Mary? Like, and she's like really into it. And then also describing, you know, sexual intercourse with a man as like no foreplay, just get in, get out, get done. It's like, okay, you obviously are not enjoying it, Mary.
Right.
And then you have like the other end of like RuPaul, who is like trying to
Oh my God.
control himself around Mary's son, Rock, as he prances around in his short shorts.
His booty shorts.
Oh, so good. That's so true. That's a huge aspect of it. Like, had they shifted that, it that alone would have made it a totally different movie as well, I think.
Yeah, it's just so brilliant. It's a brilliant screenplay.
It really is, and it like hits on a lot of parts about the queer experience that I think are really essential, like stepping stones, where you have, you know, there's like this phenomenon of the I thought everyone had these thoughts thing.
Right.
You know, at the beginning, you have no idea that like you're different, your thoughts are different from the people around you, or that your like experience is different until you start like talking to other people.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, what? It touches on the difference between having like identity like thrust at you versus revealing itself to you, where, you know, if someone's like, oh, hey, you're gay, and points at you, like if they see it and they point at you, you're like, what? No. Yeah, what? Like, get away from me. And that's kind of what we have with Megan in The Intervention. She's just like, what?
Megan, we love you. We all love you. And lately we've become concerned about certain behaviors. We're afraid you're being influenced by a way of thinking and unnatural. Do you remember the woman on TV?
Honey, we think you're a lesbian.
I myself was once a gay. Now I'm an ex-gay, Megan. I work for a place called True Directions, who help people like yourself learn to understand the reasons behind homosexual tendencies and how to heal them.
What tendencies? Why would you think I'm a...
You've been trying to make us eat this tofu.
In diet, watch for a switch to vegetarianism.
You don't have any pictures of guys in your locker, just these.
These. Sexual. Even vaginal motifs in artwork and decorating. Gay iconography.
You don't even like to kiss me.
It's true. I can't believe this.
Denial is a normal part of the healing process that we'll explore at True Direction.
And then it's through the communing with fellow queer people and talking about those things. And they're like, yeah, no, I have those thoughts too. And I am gay.
Right.
And you're just like seeing yourself in other people's lived experiences. It just like hits in a completely different way than just someone like prescribing an identity to you instead of like having it revealed to you. And then also you have like, I just love the scene with Megan when she's at the Morgan Gordon's house, you know, after she's been thrust out of True Directions. And like the first thing she asks is like, okay, can you teach me how to be a lesbian? Like, where do we live? What do we do?
Right. Portland.
And yeah, like it's like, you know, that's such a common experience for like newly realized queer people. That's how they feel. They're like, oh, okay, what are the things that I'm supposed to do? Like, what are the calling cards of like how I can show that I'm, you know, queer? And it's like really what it all is. It's just continuing to be yourself. Like it's not there's no prescription. It's just you.
Yeah.
And the film comes back to that with her choosing cheer, like cheerleading. And it's like, you know, also tying into any kind of conversation around like femme being very, very femme and queer. I love how they come back to that. And she does a cute little cheer for her girl.
Whenever that scene, I have seen this movie probably like, I don't know, 50 times. And it's just whenever there's two scenes that always get me, where it's like the first one is when Graham first touches Megan's arm, and it's like the arm graze heard around the queer world. It's like just like you're like, no, she did it. And so it's like I always get butterflies during that scene, and then also I always get chills during the cheering scene.
Oh, yes.
When you have the Are You Still Breathing by Glassface Cello Case playing, which is the same song from the Sex. See, I told you I downloaded the soundtrack. I know. But you have that playing and it's just like swelling and she's just doing the cheer.
Graham. One, 2, 3, 4. I won't take no anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. I want you to be my mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're the one that I adore. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't run from me, 'cause this is fate.
Breathe into my hands, I'll cut them like a glass to drink from.
I love you.
It just gets me every single time. I'll shut up.
It's a great ending.
No, it's never shut up. That ending is phenomenal.
And I like that it just ends with Graham running to the truck, getting in, they kiss, and it's like credits. What more do we need? Do we need a denouement? No, we don't. They're happy. They did it. They're out. And they're going to be themselves. And that's the
and they've chosen, they've chosen themselves and each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love that there's a sunset painted on the truck window.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they're poking fun. Yes.
Very cute. Very brilliant choice. Yeah. I love that there are, like you said, Jess, or kind of alluded to, that there's just like every teen who's at this camp seems to have like a different experience in their journey to, their identity. It's not all one way or everybody like a tried and true way. Everybody has a very different path and is very different relationship to their sexuality and their queerness, and some trying to fight it, some trying to hide it, some totally embracing it. All different experiences, which I thought was really apt and real.
I just wasn't meant to be Butch. I'm a sissy.
No. You should be proud of who you are.
Hello?
I mean, you're more than just a sissy. You're nice and clean and smart and sexy and
firm and luscious and
Excuse me. The last thing I need right now is some fruit who just proved he's straight telling my ass how sexy I am. Congratulations, liars. You know who you are and you know who you want. Ain't nobody gonna change that shit.
It's a good time.
It's a damn good
Yeah.
time.
And also, if I think that this also, didn't this like tee off Clea Duvall's it girl, like semi it girl, like indie it girl, but indie studio it girl moment? Because like you had Clea Duvall in like The Faculty, and you had But I'm a Cheerleader. You had like, I'd have to look up times.
I think 1999 was like a year for her. Like Girl Interrupted came out in 1999.
Oh, yeah.
She's All That came out in 1999, which she's in.
Mhm.
I think The Faculty came out the year before. But yeah, this was, 1999 was the year of Clea Duvall. She was in that film Committed with Heather Graham that came out, I think, the year after this. So,
Oh yeah, I always forget about that.
so yeah, it was a good old time for Clea. I need more Clea Duvall in my life.
I completely agree.
Any final thoughts on But I'm a Cheerleader?
This is one I feel like I could talk about for a full episode. So I'm going to leave it at production design, love, and honestly, the music. The music is so good. Now I need to go and listen to it.
Well, you too can download it from LimeWire. From wherever you downloaded it from. Jess.
I will never tell. I do want to just call out every time, and then I don't know how my partner isn't tired of me. Whenever we're watching this and Julie Delpy comes on the screen, I'm like, Julie Delpy at the gay club. Yes.
At the cocksucker.
And then I always say the same thing of like, who wouldn't want to dance with her?
Oh my
And
God.
then when Natasha Lyonne's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm like, be real.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out Julie Delpy.
That's perfect.
The Pope would want to dance with Julie Delpy, for God's sakes.
Oh, 1,000%.
And he likes little boys. I'm just kidding.
Nick is taking it to the next level.
But I'm a Cheerleader. It's streaming on LimeWire.
Yeah. Probably. I forget where I watched this.
Canopy? I think I watched it on Canopy.
Yeah.
I think it's on Peacock.
And Peacock.
Ah, yes.
Visit Peacock and take a trip to the cocksucker.
That's right.
And watch But I'm a Cheerleader, a magnificent film. That, my friends, it's going to take us to a quick break. And during that break, you're going to hear from LADFF director, Gimme Three producer, and my wife, Sonja Mereu, for a segment that we call Sonja's Movie Minute. So stick around for that and much more right here on the Gimme Three podcast.
Hello, I'm Sonja, and this is my Movie Minute. In celebration of Pride Month and all the wonderful queer people in my life and around the world, I want to talk about Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It's actually kind of incredible that I've been doing these movie minutes for as long as I have, and I haven't talked about Hedwig yet. Hedwig and the Angry Inch is the brilliant, beautiful musical film from 2001, brainchild of John Cameron Mitchell and Stephen Trask. As you might surmise from the title, the film is about Hedwig, an East German who undergoes a life-altering procedure in order to marry an American military man and emigrate to the United States. But the U.S. does not end up being all rainbow gummy bears and beehive hairdos. Hedwig is quickly left alone to make music, make mistakes, find the origin of love, and maybe some inner peace too. This movie is perfect. The balance of pathos, humor, righteous anger, and incredible songs make it one of my all-time favorites. Or as we define things these days, it's in my Letterboxd top 4. My cousin Seth and I even dressed up as Hedwig and fellow Angry Inch Yitzhak for Halloween a few years ago. And I recited Origin of Love from Hedwig at Seth's wedding. Nick and I have a super cool Hedwig and the Angry Inch poster hanging in our living room. John Cameron Mitchell as Hedwig is an icon. Michael Pitt as Tommy Gnosis is equal parts infuriating and intoxicating. Every song is the best. The sets, costumes, hair, and makeup are visionary. If you've seen Hedwig, then I know I'm preaching to the choir. If you haven't, then I envy you. How fun it'll be to see this movie for the first time. Happy Pride, everyone. Fight the good fight and live the good life.
It's the Gimme Three podcast, everybody. We're back. And you know what, everybody? Gay is gay. And by that we mean gay is happy. We're happy for gays. We're happy to have them in our life. We're happy to have queer cinema in our lives. And before the break, we talked about The Birdcage and we talked about But I'm a Cheerleader, two incredible queer classics. And right now we're going to talk about one that I had not seen before, but I really, really enjoyed. And it is you, our audience, who voted for this gem. Jess, take it away.
The next film in our discussion queue is the word I was looking for, is Angela Robinson's D.E.B.S. This was Angela Robinson's feature debut, and it began as a short film with a big idea and a big heart at its center. Successfully making the jump to long form in 2005, the film's impact can still be felt in the queer community to this day as a cult classic. When it was initially released, it didn't do very well at the box office, and there were some really hateful things that were said by a lot of critics. I think a little too much. It was a little overkill, in my opinion, some of the things that they were saying. This lens on this movie has changed throughout time. It is now a beloved film by a lot of people, especially by the queer community. The film follows a team of, very powerful crime fighters who just happen to be in Catholic schoolgirl uniforms. And they're recruited by a secret test in the SAT. They're these fabulous kind of Charlie's Angels-esque spies who fight crime. They feel like it's sort of high school, but it's not. It's kind of college. And they, kick butt and take names. And there is the kind of golden child of the squad is Amy Bradshaw, who was the perfect score. She got a perfect score on this test, and she is this bastion that, everyone holds up this glowing golden example. Amy's not happy. She's not happy in her life. She's not happy with her boyfriend. She wants to fall in love madly, wildly. She wants to maybe not even be a Deb. She's kind of having this crisis of identity and feels like, she doesn't know what she wants, and what ends up releasing her inner being just happens to be an international supervillain by the name of Lucy Diamond. And Lucy Diamond, played by Jordana Brewster, just so beautiful. I'm fine. But Jordana Brewster unlocks, this world to Amy, and Amy realizes that maybe not everything that has been laid out for her and that she's been told to do is really the way to go. And, Amy makes some choices that maybe aren't the greatest in terms of having people worry about her and her well-being. And there is a, federal government hunt to find Amy when she absconds with Lucy for a, amorous week alone. But basically everything comes to, this question of, will Amy kind of keep lying to herself and not recognizing who she is and what she actually wants from life, and accepting that. One of the biggest scenes in this film is when it's one of the quietest scenes where Amy talks to her advisor, Mr. Phipps, in her bedroom. And it's not creepy, I swear. But he does kind of hologram in anyway. It's a very weird, you're just she's getting ready for this prom. Yeah. And then he's just hi, Amy, are you getting ready? Anyway. But she has this, she asks him what this test in the SAT measures, and it's lying. And she basically is asking about her team members, like all of their backgrounds. It makes sense. They lied, blah, blah, blah. And he just kind of gives her this look of like, because she's saying my background didn't like show that I would be a good liar. And he just looks at her about like, you know, he knows and she knows. And it's about the lying that she's been doing to her, with herself and what she wants out of her life and who she loves. Wonderful thing about D.E.B.S is it takes this historically male-dominated, heteronormative, and often misogynistic genre of the spy film and kind of flips it on its head and creates a space where queer people can kick butt, try to blow up Australia, love, and prioritize queer joy. So I would love to hear your thoughts on D.E.B.S, The Great Adventure.
It is a great adventure. I had no idea what I was getting into with this movie. I kind of thought maybe it would be, I'd kind of have to look for it, like look for the queerness, if that makes sense. But I loved that it was just so open and honest. And it was like, this is the movie. So get on board or get out. And it's a total rom-com spy movie, which is fantastic. Which is fantastic because it's actually good. There's not a lot of good ones of those. But yeah, I absolutely loved this, and I actually cannot wait to revisit it already. Like it's there's so much to get out of it.
I really enjoyed it, and I was shocked to hear that like people didn't like it when it came out, because to me it accomplishes a lot with like, I think it's a great rom-com. It is first and foremost a rom-com. Like
yes.
the action and the spy stuff is just kind of like a setting essentially. But the setting is like very fun, and it's so clearly like poking fun at, or kind of like, in a way it is kind of like a parody of, you know, Charlie's Angels, which didn't come out too much earlier than this. So I was like, man, how could people like not get it? Like, it's been so long since I've seen those movies, which were a dime a dozen in the early 2000s, and I'm still like remembering all these callbacks and like all these funny jokes. Like, I just thought it accomplished a lot in a very brisk runtime.
And also with like a small budget. Like, there are
super
moments...
small budget, and it's like the small budget is like in your face, but what I like about it is they lean into it. They like know it's a small budget, so they're like, we're not going to try and like wow you and hide it. We're just going to be a small budget movie, and it works.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. Like, it's just got like a lot of really funny one-liners, and just like one moment where Amy is on the walkie-talkie and her ex-boyfriend is trying to contact her through the walkie-talkie, and she goes, Bobby, it's over. Because she's over. I was like, oh my God, you know, that is funny. I like that.
And there's also like, I love Janet as like this kind of like, you know, in a Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe story. Janet is kind of like this nurse character where she knows and is aware that Amy and Lucy are a thing and trying to hide it. But like, I love Janet's one-liners of like, there are just moments where like someone will refer to Amy as like the perfect score, and then just in the background Janet's like, perfect whore.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like
I think at one point she's just like, they're calling you a hero when really you're a slut.
Yes.
A gay slut.
A gay slut. There's also this one like exchange that just like every time I watch it, it gets me, is Holland Taylor is, you know, of course, this, you know, towering figure in kind of like in queer art, cinema, theater. And so Holland Taylor plays the head of like the D.E.B.S Academy, and she's talking to Amy about after she has, you know, absconded and like made it out, like, you know, fought Lucy the first time, quote unquote. And Holland Taylor's talking to Amy about like how amazing she is, and she's the only one to have lived. And she says, she turns to her assistant and she goes like, what's the movie with Jody and the little dog in the well and the lotion? And her assistant says, oh, Silence of the Lambs. And Holland Taylor turns back and just goes, right, Amy, you're the lamb.
It's like
she has no idea what she's talking about.
She's not seen Silence of the Lambs.
She has not.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah.
So
hilarious.
funny.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I did want to talk about and kind of touch back on what we were talking about with the Birdcage and how there was kind of like you mentioned a lack of on-screen intimacy between the couple. One thing I noticed watching this movie was whenever there would be kissing between Sarah Foster and Jordana Brewster, they would always have one of the ladies' heads, the back of the head facing camera. So you would never actually like see the kiss. They would like do the thing that like, you know, little kids do when they like pretend like they're kissing themselves. So it was always either in a really super wide shot, like when they walk in on the two of them in bed, like you come in on them and it's like, you know, a 24 millimeter lens and you cannot see what's going on. Or the back of their heads are cheated to camera. So you never see them, like no lip to lip contact really. So I found that interesting.
That is interesting.
You just gotta use your imagination, Nick. Okay.
Oh, I did. And
you
it
just
worked.
gotta lean to
But and that's why I noticed, because I was like, wait a second, I'm gonna have to think about this hard. That's why I noticed.
I mean, this movie, like, there's so many iconic, like, yes, lines and scenes, and, you know, there's one sequence that, like, I will never forget, and I just always think about it sometimes, like, randomly as I'm going about my life, and it's the Lucy Diamond, like, Breaking Good sequence, where she's, like, singing to Arishore's, like, Give a Little Respect, and, you know, doing all these things that are gonna, like, make Amy love her, and it just, yeah, I don't know. I think the movie is worth it just for that sequence.
Honestly, yeah.
And it's like what a great montage. What a great like spin, you know, of all the, you know, heist or spy movies and stuff. Hey, I've never seen that. I've never seen like, you know, the heel trying to turn babyface in order to win the hearts. That's where the rom-com structure really subverts the expectations of the spy movie, which that's what makes it feel like fresh. Exactly. Yes.
Totally.
I also love that she, like, you know, jumping back towards the beginning of the movie when, you know, you have all these spy people are like, oh my God, Lucy Diamond's resurfaced. She's been in hiding. Oh my, you know, like, oh, she's going to this meeting with this Russian assassin. Like, what is she planning? And then you just like learn that Lucy just had like a really bad breakup. And so she had like gone on vacation to like heal her heart, and she was going on this blind date. It had nothing to do with crime. With this assassin. Yeah, it's just like I felt like that was really fresh and fun too, because it's like, yeah, you would expect that these people who know nothing are just like, oh, they're planning something, and it's like, no, they're just trying to be gay. Yeah.
That date sequence is so funny too. The Russians.
Oh my God. I love that they're just hanging in the air above them.
Yes.
Not hiding at all.
No.
Totally.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. You know, and then like also upon this watch, again, I've probably seen this movie like, you know, 50 something times. And like when I was watching this time, I finally realized that restaurant was a pool. It's a pool. They converted a pool for like the restaurant, and like where the tables are is the bottom of the pool. And if you look really closely at the sides around the tables, you can see the feet measurements of like where the water is. And there's like stuff on the walls that say like, you know, swim at your own risk. And it's like covered by like brick sections. And I'm like, oh my God, how have I never noticed this was a pool?
Wait, that's so funny.
And I mean, like, they build the world and you just completely forget. But like, if you look really closely,
They did what they could.
Yeah, they made it happen, guys. I'm excited about it.
That's awesome.
A fun fact about Angela Robinson, the writer-director, is that after this, you know, because it didn't do very well when it came out, but there was a really excited response from, I believe it was a producer who saw it at a film festival and gave offered Angela Johnson the opportunity to direct, I think it was Herbie Fully Loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of what allowed Angela Robinson entry into the mainstream film space. And we have Angela Robinson's contributions. We have her to thank because since then she has been a writer and executive producer on classics such as the L Word series, the original, and also True Blood. She worked on like the majority of True Blood, as well as How to Get Away with Murder and Passing.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yes. So Angela Robinson has been like, you know, she has maybe not been the person on the red carpet with the most cameras on her, but she has been like doing shit for a very long time. And D.E.B.S was what opened the door.
Great career. Great career.
That's amazing.
Yeah, premiered at Sundance, January 22nd, my mom's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Aw, happy birthday.
That's 3 days before mine.
Oh, good company.
Another happy birthday.
Good company. Good gracious, this only made $97,000 at the box office. That can't be right.
Yeah, no, it didn't do great.
That's awful.
So surprising to me. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really it's a fun
But
time.
it's a cult classic now. So, you know.
Yeah.
Who's got the last laugh, you know?
Exactly.
And I think also it's really interesting. Another fun fact in terms of crew is the cinematographer. Of course, why didn't I write down his name? That would have been helpful information, Jessica. But the cinematographer for D.E.B.S.
M. David Mullen.
Excellent. Yes, M. David Mullen was also the DP for two other cult classics in the horror genre, the Love Witch and Jennifer's Body.
Oh, wow. Two gorgeous films, those.
Yes.
God. Oh, my God. Wow, that's awesome.
I don't know why I turned British right there. Gorgeous films, those.
And Akeelah and the Bee. Sorry.
Wow.
I'm just looking through now.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Not horror, but...
Another good-looking flick, though.
Yes. Beautiful.
Truly.
Well, this was a fun movie, and when it's a fun movie, I am always tempted to go and pick 3 Letterboxd reviews.
Yes.
For
I've been waiting for this.
www.letterboxd.com. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars.
Okay, Letterboxd review number 1 from Robin with a Y. They give the film 5 stars and a like. They write this. D.E.B.S is basically the best film of all time, unfairly dismissed by people who haven't watched it as a dude's wet dream come true. But actually nothing in it panders to men at all. This was created wholly for women and by women, and when you see it from that perspective, everything just clicks into place and it makes all the sense. A tale of burgeoning sexuality. No one is shamed for their sexual preference, their promiscuity. No one is punished for drinking or smoking like we so often see for teenage girl films. Nearly every teenage girl smokes fags and drinks beers and rolls their skirt up to feel cute, and they don't have to meet a horrible end for it. I don't know, man. I just think this film is basically revolutionary. And that review's got 6,164 likes on it. So she's not alone.
That's right.
That's amazing.
And before I get hate mail, in England, once again, just to bring back to England, when they say smoke fags, they're talking about cigarettes. She's not talking about hate speech here. Robin with a Y. Good review. Robin with an I. I'm serious. 5 stars. Writes, so obsessed with the whole nation freaking out over Amy, quote unquote, going missing when she's literally just on a classic lesbian 7-day date.
Ain't that the truth?
Finally, we got Addison, who gives the film 4 stars and a heart. They write, so fun. A blast for the whole family if your family is gay people. And because we're in a good mood here and we're having fun, I'm going to do a bonus one today. It's Gimme 4 Letterboxd reviews. This is from Punk Revno Now, who also gives the film 4 stars and writes, I love the LGBTQ CIA.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Do you guys want to hear one of the reviews when it came out?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, yeah.
From this really hateful Peter Travers of Rolling Stone.
Oh, Peter Travers.
Boo.
Peter Travers, upon the film's release, gave a 1-star rating and said, and I quote, you might think there's no downside to a movie that peeks up the skirts of babes in micro minis, but writer-director Angela Robinson's dim-witted satire is libido-killing proof to the contrary. End quote.
Oh my God.
See, Peter
Right,
Peter Travers is a man who didn't use his imagination.
But just like unnecessarily like vitriolic. Like the fuck, bro? Like,
oh my God.
It really is amazing. You know, that was not that long ago, but it is amazing how far we've come. Because that is a misogynistic review from a very well-respected, you know, not necessarily by me. I'm not like the biggest fan of film critics, but like Peter Travers is like a well-respected, very famous film critic, you know?
Wow. Yeah. Bold for coming out and saying that.
I know.
Jesus.
That's really harsh.
And stating that as like your professional opinion.
Right.
Yeah. It's like embarrassing.
I know. It's not like it's Princess Diaries or anything.
I mean, yeah, if Princess Diaries was gay, it would be the best movie ever made.
It should have been, for God's sakes. Add some spice to that vanilla. Never mind. Well, here we go. We're on to the next.
It's all cyclical. It all comes back.
I can't believe The Princess Bride is the new Christmas in the Spotlight.
Princess
we
Diaries.
have to have one each year.
Yeah, not
yeah.
Princess
Sorry.
Bride.
Did I say Princess Bride? Oh, Jesus. No.
Bride, I like.
Princess Bride is in the clear.
I will throw out since I called out the Julie Delpy cameo, there's also in recent rewatchings of this movie, I realized that one of my favorite, I won't say character actors working today, because I don't think that he's a character actor, but he's a very kind of specific actor. He's very specific about the type of roles that he takes on. Scoot McNairy. I love Scoot McNairy. And he is in this film. He's the guy who is cleaning his teeth outside of like the prom and who sees Lucy Diamond like looking at a map to try and figure out where she's going, and he runs into the prom and he's like, Lucy Diamond's here, everybody run! That is Scoot McNairy, and I think it is one of his career best performances.
That's amazing.
I love Scoot McNairy so much.
It's not about how big the role is, it's what you do with it, right? What do we always say, Bella? Maximize your minutes.
Maximize your minutes.
All right. Any final thoughts on D.E.B.S before we bring it on home?
If you are local to the LA area, at Vidiots, Friday, June 19th, they are having a screening of D.E.B.S.
See it on the big screen, the way the
See it on the big screen.
Oh, this would be so fun to see with a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
I bet people will dress up.
Oh, yeah. I bet you they will.
Fun.
I bet you they will. That's going to be a fun screening. So, yeah, check it out at Vidiots, Friday, June 19th. And if you missed that screening, you could also go to Vidiot's and rent the film because they have a video store connected to it. And if you don't live on the east side, you can check out Cinephile Video. You can check out Videotech, a couple other great video stores in the LA area. Support this film. Support your local video stores. Well, my friends, that is a wrap on yet another fantastic episode of the Gimme Three podcast. Jess, we want to thank you for joining us on this episode. We had fun, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And it is always my supreme pleasure and generous blessing in my life to come and be with you absolutely lovely people and talk about films that I love.
Hell yeah. Oh. We're always honored to have you. And you know you have an open invite.
Always.
And yeah, my friends, if you enjoy this episode, if you enjoy the show, if you want to support the Gimme Three podcast, there's a few ways to do that. 3 ways, in fact. You can subscribe to our Patreon, which is just $5 a month. Subscribe to our Patreon. There's some bonus content on there, and it really helps us keep the microphones on. It helps us keep us doing what we are doing. You can also download our episodes. Set your podcast app, set the this show to automatically download the episodes. It really helps out our algorithm, helps the show out. And then, of course, just share the episode, share the show with your friends. If you've got friends who love queer cinema, if you've got friends who love Natasha Lyonne, if you've got friends who love the Birdcage or D.E.B.S, share this episode with them. Spread the love of the Gimme Three podcast. You guys can follow us on social media and reach out to us there as well via Gimme Three Podcast. That's GIMME spell out 3 podcast on Instagram. Slide into our DMs there. You can suggest themes to us. Follow us there because we always put polls up, what movies we're going to be talking about. You guys voted for D.E.B.S. We've got our monthly alphabet films that are going to be returning soon. So stay abreast to what's coming up on the Gimme Three podcast on Instagram. Jess, do you want to let the lovely folks know where they can find you on socials?
Yes. The username, the handle rather, is TheOrigMC, TheOrigMC, wherever you social med. And also check out recently some queer horror. I know this isn't a queer horror episode. I just can't help it. But there's some queer horror recommendations for this Pride Month that have been shared according to your zodiac sign. So we did a little bit different this year. Usually I just give a huge dump of Pride queer horror movies. And I was like, let's do a little fun, little zest.
Yes.
So make sure to check those out.
People love them zodiac signs.
People do. People love them. It's been real popular over there.
All the kids, they love them.
They love them.
Bella, you want to let the folks know where they can find you on social media?
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram at Portrait of a Cinephile or on Letterboxd at BFstratus.
And you can find me on Letterboxd, on Instagram, or on Blue Sky at Nicholas Ibarra. Ibarra is spelled with a Y. We want to thank you all for listening to the Gimme Three podcast. We'll see you at the movies, and happy Pride, everybody.